So thanks to our timing partners BUCS, I've got an accurate list of our leaders there as they came through after one lap. At just over 11 minutes they were coming through, and it was Harriet Knowles-Jones leading them through across the bridge that time. And Harriet is the current under-20s European champion, so showing her class leading the field as they came through there. And she's running, of course, from Manchester University. Just behind her, Philippa Bowden. Now, Philippa, I do believe, is the leading athlete for Brunel. So great to see a Brunel athlete right up there as well. Philippa Jones was through in second after that first lap. Phoebe Law in third. Emily Hoskett Thornhill. Now, Emily was second last year for St Mary's. She was through in fourth place after that first lap. Of course, they were a nice compact group, so the actual positioning of these runners isn't that relevant, apart from the fact that they were already edging some gaps clear of the other runners. Jess Judd it was for Loughborough in fifth place there after that first lap. Just behind her, Mari McClellan, Abby Donnelly, Neve Brown, Jennifer Nesbitt and Georgia Malier. So some new names there that I haven't mentioned so far, and lots of runners in that leading group of 10 who weren't in our top 5 last year. Of course, all is set to change, and all could change over the course of the next lap. But your leaders through there, Harriet Knowles-Jones leading that group of 10 through. I can't believe 10 are going to come to the line together. But they only have just a couple of K to go now before we see them enter the bottom corner of this field again. Of course, all the time, there's runners still streaming across that bridge. And of course, massive respect is due to all the runners, male and female, taking part today. We're getting towards the end of the runners coming through that bridge crossing now, and you'll be eating into those who've been roped into getting involved. I'm not doing them a disservice here because we've got an awfully large number, 4,000 in fact, of seriously fit, strong athletes taking part today. But as you get towards the back end of the field, you'll find possibly sports people and athletes from other sports maybe that have been roped into getting involved with their cross-country team to represent their university or institution. And big respect to them, of course. Many a BUCS cross-country championship has seen rugby players, football players running around, hockey players, all sorts, getting roped into being involved and enjoying our great sport. So big respect to them. It's often harder at that end of the field than it is actually at the front. There's our leader through, folks, and it looks like we have a clear winner coming to the line here as she crosses the bridge. And I think, I may be wrong, but I think that might be Philippa Bowden from Brunel. I may be mistaken, I'm looking back down there as I do. Phoebe Law, Philippa Bowden, Emily Hoskett Thornhill heading towards the line, and Harriet Knowles-Jones as well. That looks to me like it's Harriet Knowles-Jones leading as she heads towards the finish line. In that order, folks. We're giving the average results to Harriet Knowles-Jones, Phoebe Law, Philippa Bowden, Emily Hoskett Thornhill. Leading from the front, St Mary's Harriet Knowles-Jones, Phoebe Moore and Philippa Bowden. Finishing up the heat. My chip timing coming through his act, but it does look like it is. Harriet Knowles-Jones, Phoebe Moore, Philippa Bowden out top three. Emily Oscar Thornhill there in fourth place. Leading River Thames, Lauren Fox in second place. Jessie Tuck, she's been into the 50. Jennifer Ness, finishing as well. So around about 23 minutes is finishing time here. Victoria Weir, Lieutenant Birmingham, Will Owen, Lee Beckett also finishing the
Keep moving through.
So I'm going to put another shout out for Harriet, our winner Harriet Knowles-Jones of Manchester University. If anyone could send her down to my comments report, that would be lovely. We'll be welcome inside and to go and learn about her win, of course. Today, we're winning the European Championship of BUCS. So somebody send Harriet down to me, please. Meanwhile, folks, I do hope you've been enjoying the tunes interspersed with me all the way today. Very pleased to be joined by Ainsley Design, who's been a very DJ for the rest of the night. So with the Premier mix, some videos, some live mixing, thanks to you, Ainsley. I'll do my best to talk over as much as I can. That's the job. So I'll keep saying it until she turns up. Harriet Knowles-Jones, get inside over to my commentary court, please. We'll have a check with our victorious champion and our commentary point here just before the finish line. Big Mike is about Wilson Brandon. She representing the fans to me and I'll be alright. Massive congratulations to all our competitors. So look at the runners running past now. Fairly muddy, not too bad, just enough for us. Not to me what I describe as wet mud rather than thick mud. So it's a sort of splash through rather than a sort of goop. Good conditions for fast running here today. Fast running we had indeed. The 6.5 kilometres being taken up by Harriet Knowles-Jones in 22 minutes and 40 seconds. So in a minute now, some reactions in form now, Harriet, and send it down to my commentary points. Yeah, you can always tell a championship race and a hard race. I haven't seen a single woman running down. You can see what? There's the sign of a tough race when you all down to just, I'm sorry, what? Okay, so back to the race. And don't forget, next up, our men's race at 1. Half an hour, exactly 30 minutes to go until the start of our men's run race. Of course, all the while, quality runners screaming past us. Every single one of their places, of course, counting for the university or institution. Of course, when I say every place, I think in the women's race, I think it's lots of these people running in will still be counting. Don't forget, big up the solo runners, big up the runners who are running just by themselves for their university or institution. Massive respect for you, because you're here entirely on your own accord rather than being raked into it. I did say, didn't I, that it was slightly uphill here across the field to the finish. You think playing fields would be flat? Not here. That's very definitely uphill as you look at them finishing there. And good to see that some people's face paint has survived. Some people's. It's all down to the quality of your face paint. Keep moving through. Keep moving through. Of course, I'll do my best as soon as we know it to let you know how the team positions are doing. Certainly look pretty very well in there. It looks to me like St Mary's, of course, are well placed as well. But that's predictable. Probably could have said that before the race. The interesting thing would be to see which universities and colleges this year have really stepped up and entered that sort of top 5 or 6 of the very best in amongst cross country. I'll have the overall team positions in due course, and we'll of course let you know how they've gone. Keep moving through, don't stop here. Well done, keep moving through. So I'm going to keep saying it until she's in my gazebo. Somebody saying Harriet Knowles-Jones, our champion, our 2018 champion, she's on her way. This is always good. I've got to think something to say. So as I say, once I've had a word with Harriet, I'll be handing over the airwaves a little bit to our resident DJ, Ainsley Lazar, who apparently his playlist is even better than mine. I don't believe it until I hear it. You better be good, mate. I tell you, I've built you up here.
Don't stop here, keep moving through.
Okay. I think we're going to be doing chat with our champion. If you're wondering where I am, I'm at the gazebo just before the finish line. First of all, before I have a word with her, put your hands together for your 2018 BUCS Cross Country Champion, Harriet Knowles-Jones! Thanks, folks. Harriet, first of all, how are you feeling? Just tell me how you're feeling, having been... You're already a European champion, am I right? In the under-20s?
Keep moving through, don't stop there. Keep walking through. Keep walking through.
And have you got any idea how your team have done overall as well? Do you have a full team there from University of Manchester?
Keep moving through.
I should know this, but what are you studying?
Keep moving through, don't stop here.
Engineering, oh, okay. And what's the setup like in Manchester for running? Is it good? Is it a good coaching setup? Are you part of a training program, or how does it work?
Keep moving through, don't stop here. Keep moving through.
Fantastic. We're getting towards the end of the cross country season. What's up next for you?
Keep moving through, don't stop here.
It's in about 2 weeks' time, isn't it? 2 weeks' time? Last year with that, tell me about 2018 season. What are you thinking? Is it track or is it something wrong? What are you thinking?
Well done, keep moving through, don't stop here.
Fantastic. Having a great season. It's been brilliant watching you coming to a real crest of your cross-country junior career here today. Ladies and gentlemen, one last time, your 2018 BUCS champion, Harriet Knowles-Jones. Representing the University of Manchester, right at the front of the field. Fantastic. We'll watch out for her successes on the track this year. Of course, don't forget, it's about 3 weeks' time, National English Cross Country Championships. It'll be her last junior race. Let's see if our BUCS champion can wrap up her season with another junior title as well. So half an hour to the start of our men's long race, or the A race as it's listed. There's such quality in the B race that I refuse to call it. It's long and short. Choose your distance as you will. Just under 30 minutes until they kick off. I'm already hearing good things about the course. Apparently the river crossing's not quite as bad as I thought. But I can confirm, gentlemen, women have well and truly bedded the course into you now. You'll know where you're going.
Well done, keep moving through, ladies, keep moving through. Well done, keep moving through, keep moving through. Time to the next race, John. This must be the biggest field, I think. Well done, ladies.
Okay guys, I did mention it, this is where I hand over the tunes to Ainsley Lazar. He is your resident DJ for the rest of the races. Rumour has it his tunes are better than mine, I don't believe it, but at least it's going to be live. Ainsley, take it away. So just to give you that rundown again, we'll go from 10th to 1st for our women. Amy Griffiths taking out 10th place, Joanne Hickman-Dunn in 9th, Neve Brown in 8th, Mari McLennan in 7th, Jennifer Nesbitt in 6th, Jess Judd, last year's 3rd place finisher, in 5th, Emily Hosker Thornhill, last year's 2nd place finisher, in 4th, Philippa Bowden, home competitor, I might be grabbing a word with her in just a moment, from Brunel itself, making the most of home advantage. Great support for her out there today. Doubtless she's taken in a good few minutes of this course. She'll know what it's like underfoot. Philippa Bowden taking a bronze medal in the BUCS XC 2018. Second place, very close behind our leader, Phoebe Law, I do apologise. And the lady I've just grabbed a word with, our current under-20s European champion, 2018 BUCS champion, Harriet Knowles-Jones. So men, it's been thrown down, it's your turn now. You should be well into your warm-ups by now, I'm sure. The course has been worn in, the river's been made muddy, the rain's just going to keep going, don't worry about that. Don't look at the sky, don't look at the forecast. I can tell you, if anything, it's going to get colder. It has got colder as well. Great to see each and every one of the competitors being cheered all the way home. Fantastic support for the leads. And don't forget, folks, get yourselves on social. Tweet me at JezCox, JEZCOX. Give me your shout outs for the men's race. This is more like it. Good to see some shout-outs coming through on my Twitter feed. Team Brunel asking for a shout-out for being the furthest travelling uni. How's that? 1,100 miles and 24-hour round trip. Hang on, that's coming from Team Brunel. Missing something here, right? Hashtag BUCSXC. Ooh! Harry Hunt and the UOL Athletics Club all enjoying a tweet. Shout out to Ollie Knight of the University of Lincoln, who got engaged today. Hang on a minute, I'm going to say that again. Ollie Knight got engaged today. Did he get engaged here? University of Lincoln's Ollie Knight got engaged today. What better place than this? You'd remember this, wouldn't you? The 2018 BUCS XC, I was there. Congratulations, Ollie. That's Sebastian Vickery, Seb Vickery giving me that shout out, thanks Seb. Nathaniel Davey asking for a shout out to Ollie Duffern. Have a great race, Ollie. Avery Kitchens asking for a shout out to the beautiful birthday boy, her words I think, not mine, from St Andrews XC, Alfred William McDonald Scott. Get your shout outs to me, guys, at JezCox, JEZCOX on Twitter. And as long as they're clean and I haven't spotted what you've hidden within them, I'll be most glad to read them out. Don't forget to get your team photos, ladies. Get your team photos before you get your gear back on. Make the most of the mud. I'm pleased to say I think I have Philippa Bowden with me. Philippa! Your bronze medalist, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for Philippa Bowden. Philippa Bowden of Brunel University takes third place. First of all, Philippa, how does it feel?
Oh, it's amazing. Definitely doing it here at home as well means so much more. And in my last year, so it's quite nice.
How on earth is your face paint so perfect? She's just come up to me, folks. She looks like she's just it's immaculate. No mud, it must be. It's good quality face paint here in Uxbridge. But you must have had incredible support out there all around the course for the Brunel, yeah? And how many laps have you done of this circuit? Come on, give us the inside knowledge.
Well, I actually haven't run it at all. Me and my fellow captain, Johnny, came up last week and walked it and took a video. And I was training up here on Thursday, but I sort of focused on the flat hill, flat path even up at the top. So, but I know these footballs, so it was nice to walk out here.
So you're the captain as well as being a runner, so a bit of pressure on you today. And do you know what? By the time you guys were finishing, I was looking to try and see. It was still quite close in there, wasn't it? Did you come across the bridge in third?
I think I was sort of neck and neck with second, just sort of fighting the whole way to the line because, well, I was more worried that there was going to be someone right behind me. I never looked back, but I didn't know if there was anyone right on my shoulder, so I was more concerned about just not going forward.
Tell me, this is your last year at Brunel, right? So tell me what life is like as an athlete here at Brunel.
It's great, they're really supportive. I've always had the support from Brunel athletics whilst I've been here, and I actually work at the indoor athletics centre as well. So there's a real feel of sport all around the uni, which is really nice.
And have you got nationals in a few weeks?
Yeah, national cross. I think that might be my last cross, apart from potentially into counties as well. Yeah, it's a long season for cross country.
And then what about your summer season, the spring season? What are you up to then?
Yeah, so I'm hoping to do a half marathon in spring, and then start the outdoor season probably at BUCS outdoors. And I'll be a senior this year, so I'm just sort of running for myself, just trying to get some PBs really.
Listen, congratulations for setting the way for your team today, really representing Brunel brilliantly with your third place. Ladies and gentlemen, Philippa Bowden taking third place for Brunel cross country. That's the way to do it. Bit of pressure on her as the captain and a home favourite as well on her home turf, and she comes away with third place. Well done, Philippa. Let's see if the Brunel boys can also finish with such good quality up there in the top three, maybe. A bit more pressure heaped on them, of course, now with Philippa's results.
Referee Paul Marshall, can anybody give us an indication as to when the last run up is? Got your plate.
So great to chat with Philippa Bowden there, our third place finisher representing Brunel. We still have runners coming in. It's just gone, it's over 1:45 now, so 15 minutes for our gentlemen. For those still warming up, if you haven't already started warming up, guys, you really want to get a shake on, but I suspect the vast majority of you have. It is cold out there. I think we're rocking about 3 degrees right now. So huddle up, get warm, and get yourselves warmed up and ready for what is going to be an incredible start. 2,000 men, of course, spread across, I think, both of our races today. The longer one and the shorter one. Longer one running at 10k, and our men's shorter race 7.9k, so only 2k between them. But a good opportunity to pack in more runners, of course, into that shorter race, enabling you to bring more runners with you. Just a reminder to the gents, when we call you to the line, you will be asked to cross the finish line first, so that your chip timing is registered before you then fan out on that big long purple start line. And in this men's long race, there are 6 athletes per institution. I think it's the top 4 that count, if I'm not mistaken. I do have it written down somewhere, I'll check that for you. Well, at my commentary point, I'm in possession of another bit of lost items. A pair of black Asics gloves. So if you've thrown off a pair of black Asics gloves, perhaps while warming up or while racing, I have them at the white gazebo here at our commentary point just before the finish line. Do come and collect them from me, please. So I now have 2 pairs of gloves. I should stop reading these things out because people just donate stuff to me. A pair of black Asics running gloves, and I now have a pair of sort of grey leather gloves, the sort of thing you might drive an old-fashioned sports car in. I suspect they've been discarded, they were discarded over by the river crossing, so if you've thrown them off at some point, you're very lucky because someone's brought them back to me. So keep your shout-outs coming in to me, folks, on Twitter at JezCox, JEZCOX. Give me some more before we start these men off. Any inside knowledge about any of these runners, anything you want me to embarrass them with, I'm more than happy to. And if Ollie Knight is around, wants to come and grab a word and tell me about getting engaged today, I really want to hear that it happened here. The perfect setting. The smell of deep heat and the mud beneath your feet. The rain falling from the sky, 3 degrees. It's enough to inspire anyone to propose. Ollie Knight, come and grab a word. Always love to see runners who are obviously breaking in a brand new pair of spikes. This is the way to do it. Of course, lots of these runners here today, male and female, using this as their warm-up for the Nationals in 3 weeks' time. And of course, one of the big things to contend with at a Nationals and a BUCS Nationals as well, that you don't quite get at the league races, just the size of the field at the start there. And lots of you will know exactly what I'm talking about, but folks, if you're watching one of these races for the first time, it really is something to be in amongst that big midst of runners as they're setting off. Certainly amongst the ladies, I didn't see any fallers, but trust me, it's not a place you want to fall over. And don't let it be you. Hopefully we'll have 3 clear races here without any fallers, but it is it's a hotly contested place, that start line, in amongst so many runners. And we are just, well, we're under 10 minutes now, about 8 or 9 minutes to the start of the men's race, and I'll let you know when you're able to come through under that finish line banner. Okay, in amongst the fantastic people supporting and enjoying the event here today, we have some very naughty people. Okay, during the women's race there were some particularly naughty people who crossed over the tape and went onto the course to cheer people on. Please don't do that, he said politely. If you see someone else do it, put a polite hand on their shoulder and pull them back. If they fall over, it's tough. Please do not cross the tape. I can already actually see someone down there with a bag on the wrong side of the tape. Please don't do that. Yeah? So I've said it now, folks. Next time I won't be quite so polite. I'll actually come down and find out who you are. It's really just to make sure the runners don't have to run further around you. So the tape is there for a reason. Stay on the right side of it. So, 7 minutes to the start of our men's race. They can already start lining up, I do believe. You need to make your way through the finish line now, so rev up your last few strides, guys, and get yourselves underneath that finish line banner and to the start line. Having come under the finish line gantry there, you must do that to get your chip registered. Do not dip under the tape and presume you've been done. If you have not passed under the DB Max finish line gantry there, your chip will not have been registered, and chances are you will not count for your team. So get under it, get yourselves to the start line. We're around about 6 minutes now to the start of our men's race. I mentioned that last year's champion, our defending champion, Alex Tooten, is not here. He is, of course, building up for an attempt for a place on the GB team for the IAAF World Half Marathon Championships. Runners we do have here, though, Carlos Surafel, Alice Cross, and Petros Surafel of St Mary's University. Our fifth place runner from last year, Richard Horton, who I know quite well, is not here today either, so lots of new names we expect to see in that top 5 and top 10 in amongst this enormous field of quality runners, of course. Just so you know, folks, before even the photos of the men's race, there is a phone that's going missing, and I'm going with Okay, returning our attention to our men. We can see the blue and white stripe for St Mary's already. I'll give a shout to some of the other big players in there. Last year's winning team, of course, St Mary's from just down the road. And there's a picking up. Fantastic setup they have there in performance and coaching time. Turning out some of the great cross-country guys, road runners, street runners as well. I mentioned that last year's champion Alex Tooten is not here. Carlos Surafel, St Mary's University, is in fact the second and third place runners last year. We're also St Mary's. I don't speak to you this week, picking out Alice Cross. Last year's third place runner, also from St Mary's, is a firm favourite for this. He is the current national junior champion as well. As I said, two of our top 5 not here today from last year. Some new names come to the fore. First years stepping up to the plate. Look at the size of the field. And so lots of fun and imagine that part of the as a national and live field and next time walk that away and get yourself on a big start line. Take it down the field for the first time. The 2018 BUCS long course championship. This is the big championship race, a shorter race. We're really there to get our numbers in. This is where our BUCS champions are going to come from. And not belittling it, I'm not going to talk to it. Not belittling it, all I'm saying is, let me rephrase that, it's an opportunity to get another championship race a bit shorter this time. I've got myself a money more. Over 3 minutes to go, folks, let's get this started. Of course, as with the women, they're going to be starting on the gun, so I'll go silent just in time. Just to say it again, one more time, folks, at the beginning and at the end of the race, do not cross the tape. kilometres, 2 laps to go. Men's Championship race is underway. They make their way down to the bottom corner of the field. There's some nifty running across the field now to get yourselves over there. If you're one of the women that's just raced, of course this is your warm down. No sprinting please, you'll get there in time. Pretty quick. So, 2 5k laps taking in the whole of Martin Bateman's course. Gather out there folks, don't forget to get on Twitter. I'm at @JezCox. Share with me the names of those you want me to shout out. And women, enjoy your warm down. This is the perfect way to do it. Get around the course and cheer on the men as they go. Big old field that one, 4,000 runners here today. Well, just as things have gone a little bit quieter, this seems a good opportunity to say a massive thank you to all the marshals and volunteers without whom this just would not be possible today. So a big thank you to everyone helping from the university, from Brunel University, but also all the other volunteers who've stepped up, pulled on the yellow tabard and made it happen today. Big thank you to you guys. Our starters, our officials, our timing crew, each and every one of you, thanks a lot for making this possible. So of course when we see our men come across that little bridge in the bottom right hand corner of the field there, as we look at it, they'll have completed 5k, which thankfully in running circles is a really useful measure of running. Be interesting to see what time they come across there. Don't forget we'll have runners in there who are, well, lots of runners in there who are capable of running, well, around about 15 minutes or even quicker. Some of them much quicker, in fact, on the road or even on the track. So it'll be interesting to see what time they come through there in. And then of course to see what time their finish time is at the full 10-kilometre mark. Of course we'd always expect times to be slower on the country. It's slippy, it's muddy, undulating, wreaks havoc on your rhythm of course. But that is exactly why those who are preparing for fast road seasons will always do a season of cross country to get their legs stronger, more stable, more resilient, as the coaches like to call it. And those of you who are looking forward to a road or track season will know exactly what I'm talking about. Jeremy Day asking for a big shout out for the Exeter ladies. He's tweeted a photo here which I'll retweet. It's actually not loaded on my phone, I've just retweeted it without thinking about it. That could have been dangerous. Check out hashtag BUCS BUCSXC. Give me a tweet at Jez Cox and I'll be pleased to share it and read it out.
sky. Ain't nobody messing with the gang. Might take a fly out for the weekend, yeah. And go can, cause I can't go low, go low. Everybody get low. And a couple hits and a couple solos. Now a couple Brits and a couple mobiles. Don't pass out, everybody loco. I was dropping off the man there with a polo. Now with a man there with a polo. I can make a honey, give a big and long stroller. And the stage show, yo, you know how it goes. They got black. That's me, 9 of the year, I'm fleeky. Got a couple man won't be me. That man can't be T. Tell them all the winners are allowed.
So our men have been off for about 10 minutes now. You can see them making their way back along the edge of the wood there towards the A40. And as they get into that corner, that's where they'll find the river pin. Straight in, straight out the other side. Back around the edge of the woods here in the far field before they come across that bridge. So it'll be around about 5 or 6 minutes until we see them come across at the end of their first lap. I'll give them a name shout as they go. Then of course they have the 5K lap left to go before we call home our winners. Once again, names to look out for, names that we'd expect to be up there at the end of those first 5 kilometres. Ellis Cross picked out as being one of our hot pre-race favourites, the national junior champion, 3rd last year for St Mary's, but also Paulos Surafel, and I presume as well his brother Petros Surafel, both of St Mary's as well, 2nd and 4th last year, those two. So lots of St Mary's runners in the frame. Let's see if the Loughboroughs, maybe the Brunels, can cause a bit of an upset. So 360 runners out there in this race. You can see people gradually making their way now down to the bottom right-hand corner of this field here. That's where they're going to pop out over that bridge, take a right and start their second laps. Here they go, folks. They're across the bridge. Ollie Fox leading them by the looks of it. Tom Mortimer, William Fuller, Luke Caldwell, George Duggan, Jamie Parkinson. Oh, lots of luck for runners in there. St Mary's, Sheffield, Leeds, Beckett, Birmingham. I'll just read the names of the institutions themselves. Birmingham, Leeds, Glasgow, Cambridge, Leeds, Beckett, Bath. John Miller representing Bath there. Jamie Williamson from Loughborough. Harry Powell from Hull. George Goodwin from Stirling. Liam Bertram from St Mary's. Ooh, Oxford look like they're packing very well up there, and Leeds. Oxford in particular packing lots of runners up there at the front of that race. They've brought their A game here today in a quality field by the looks of it. Harrison Allen, Ewan Gillam, Sam Dickinson, Kieran Lewis, James Hennigan, Alex Sutton, Patrick Roddy, Aruka Kitagawa, I think I got that right, Baldovin Paul Magnuson, you're doing this to me deliberately, Jacob Adkin, Harry Lane, Jonathan James, Cameron Payas, Tom Trimble, Rob Smith, Will Beauchamp and James Havergam of Leeds Beckett. So now they're streaming through. You can see them entering over the bridge there and into our field. The leaders directly opposite me now as we look across. We've got a leading duo there, and then some decent sized gaps opened up actually right at the front of that field. It's a fair way down the field before we start to see little groups that are forming up. So as we learnt from our last race, we won't make too much of those who were leading as they came through there. After one lap, all can change over that second lap. The extra distance, making that even more likely. The full 10 kilometres, of course. This, our long race, our short race, is 8 kilometres, so it's not that much shorter. But it is an opportunity for us to have yet another packed field out on our course. Don't forget that one starting at 40 minutes time until our next race. Well, as I said at the beginning, folks, if you've not been to West London before, some of you may have never been to London before. We're right on the outskirts here, very near the M25 on the A40. Welcome to Uxbridge. The weather is like this all year round. No, it's not really. Actually quite nice by summer, but this is classic cross-country weather, isn't it? My resident DJ here, Ainsley Lazar, and I were saying just a moment ago, we think the temperature's dropped. I'm pretty certain it's dropped at least a degree or two. I'm not sure what we're rocking right now, but it's not much more than 2 degrees, I'd say. I'd say we're the right side of this week, though, because as this week goes on, the ground is going to get hard. We're set for some pretty freezing temperatures over the coming course of this week. We really are ringing out the last bit of cross-country season now, 3 weeks to the Nationals. And that really does signal pretty much the end of cross-country. Lots of you will have been up and down the length of the country to races all over the place. Standing around a muddy pile of bags is quite a common thing for your weekends. And like all great things that are worth doing, they're tough and hard at the time. You'll wonder why you're doing them while you're doing them. But that's the reason you look back afterwards and go, yes, when's the next one? We'll make the most of them, folks, because you haven't got that many more to go now.
And do you know which angle it's fucking in? The answer to that is don't know. Or don't want to know.
Just to reiterate, folks, if you've got anything you've picked up that you think may be lost, do bring it over to our commentary point here, the white gazebo that is keeping myself and Ainsley dry while we pump out the tunes and try and fill you in on what's happening. We'll be pleased to know in the not too distant future, folks, I'll be able to let you know the overall university and colleges positions from our women's race. I'm sure some of you will be trying to work it out already, but our timing friends at BUCS are going to bring that over to me in the not too distant future, and I'll be able to let you know who the winning teams were and who the top 3 and probably top 5 were. Don't forget, last year's winning team was Loughborough. They were certainly well packed. Let's see if they've managed to retain their crown this year. Well, folks, one of the best things about being a professional commentator is I get given little gifts all the time. Gloves, mobile phones. Now, the latest of which appears to be an iPhone, made by a company called Apple. I do believe it's an iPhone. It may not be. It is, actually. It has a sticker on the back that says, "I'm an explorer," which I thought was rather sweet. If you are the owner of said phone, please come over to the commentary position and reclaim it. All you need to do is unlock it to prove it's yours. I know there are a few that have gone missing. This one was found in one of the fields beyond this one. So a little black iPhone with an "I'm an explorer" sticker on it.
The next one is 55 while you did the bar last night, it will come right.
If it's so good in my head tonight, the party's underway.
up these numbers, but I can give you some of the numbers of our leading runners right now in this race. I'm getting texts from around the course. Okay, leading runners, numbers 942 and 1666. I'll look them up in a minute. We did have just before that a leading group of 5 other numbers in there. 1866 and 942. I think number 942 has also broken away by himself. I'll get you names for them.
John Moore Walkers, I think.
Alex Yee it was. I do believe the latest information we're getting out of the course is that Alex Yee has broken away and is leading the race currently. Yes, it is Alex Yee. Alex Yee, number 942, representing Leeds Beckett. I do believe Leeds Beckett has got Alex Yee in the lead right now. Of course, all could change over the course of these last few kilometres. It won't be too long before we see our leaders coming across that bridge and making their way up the finish line, hence why you can see runners and spectators making their way back towards us. 28 minutes into this race now. Don't forget we've got runners in here who are capable of running sub 30 for 10k on the road anyway. For the track, of course. So it won't be too long in these conditions, which are still running quite quick, before our leaders are heading up towards the finish. And in amongst it all, of course, I should say, 30 minutes to go to the start of our B race, our shorter race. Hence why I can see lots of blokes running around, getting warmed up, as well as watching and supporting the A race. I'll say it again, do not cross any tape. Do not cross the tape is there for a reason. We do not want people standing on the course because the runners have to run around with. You let one or two of you do it, we'll let you all do it. Folks, I'll say it again, I'm doing my best to keep my voice pleasant. Do not let people cross the tape and run onto the course.
Two more? That way going out. And this one there. They go down to the back. It's all right. No, don't break the tape. Right, the leader should be over here, Linda. Linda, you and I are should be over here.
Yeah, well, I'm just walking round there to here.
If anybody said he's getting gone, we're going to move.
How much more have you got to unroll there?
A little bit more. There you go. Which one can they go with? Who's going to go?
Well, let go. If we don't let go, then we'll be catapulted back to the position.
Oh, look. Why do I always get a view? Why do I always get a
Go,
view?
isn't it?
Leader! Leader up!
I shall release.
And then you got the second column down. Well, it can drop it straight over to you then. Look, they've all stuck forward, look. They've all come over the tape. That's what they say, look, they've all done it, look. Now one one's done, they're all going to do it. They're not going to take any notice of what you're saying. Right, you can open a 33.
Keep moving through. Moving through, guys. moving through, let's stop here.
Okay. 25.
Keep moving through.
28.
Keep moving through, guys. Well done, let's stop here. Keep moving through. Keep moving through, let's stop here. Keep moving through. Well done, guys. Keep moving through. Keep moving through, guys. Let's stop here. Keep moving through. Well done, guys. Keep moving through. Let's stop here. Keep moving through. Well done, guys. Keep moving through. Let's stop here. Well done, keep moving through, don't stop here. Keep moving through, don't stop here. Keep moving through, don't stop here. Keep moving through, guys, well done, keep moving through. Well done, guys, keep moving through, don't stop here, keep moving through. Well done, guys, keep moving through, keep moving through. Well done, guys, keep moving through, don't stop here. Guys, keep moving through, don't stop here, keep moving through. Well done, guys, keep moving, don't stop here, keep moving through. Moving through. Well done, guys, keep moving through, keep moving through. Don't stop here, keep moving through. Moving through, don't stop here. Moving through. Don't stop here, keep moving through, keep moving through. Well done, keep moving through. Well done, guys, keep moving through. Keep moving through, guys, don't stop here. Come on, guys, keep moving through. Well done, keep moving through. Keep moving through, guys.
There we go, come on. On we go. Don't worry about the time, we'll do it to it. Careful.
Keep moving through, don't stop here, keep moving through. Keep moving through. Keep holding up. Keep moving through, guys. Keep moving through.
So we'll have to do it in between
Keep moving through, guys. Keep moving through.
Alright,
Well done, boys. Careful, careful. Alright boys, come on. Come on over this way. Let's get over the line. You're right. Thank you. We're not keep moving through.
15 minutes to the start of our final race today, our men's B race, the extremely short 8-kilometre race. And it's going to be fairly muddy out there for you guys. Don't worry, the first sort of 700 or 800 people who've been tanking it around there have matched it up royally for you. And now we know, courtesy of our winner in the men's race there, Alex, not only is there mud out there for squats, but there's blood and skin and bits of people's spikes. Don't look at the sky, by the way, thinking it's getting me better. It's not. This is it. As we enjoy the tunes from Ainsley Desire, we start to think about separating. I need to tell Tom Hopkins to up your wristbands for the after party. I'll say it again, after party, get your wristbands from the Brunel tent over there. Yeah, that's where you got to get your wristbands. Don't all go there now, will you? I think they want team captains to go and pick them up. Bring one over from me, will you? I don't know if Ainsley's playing at the after party. Ainsley's playing at the after party. This has got to be the place to be. If only I was 18 again. Just to reiterate that, get your wristbands for the after party from the Brunel Athletic Union tent over there. Of course, all the time, runners still screaming in. 360 to the start line in this men's A race. A similar number will be taking the start line in just
Guys, keep moving through.
B race. 2 laps again, 8,000 metres. Around our fantastic West London course. believe we told the football teams we wouldn't trash their football pitch, and look at it right now, it's in immaculate condition. Yep, that's going to be good for a game tomorrow, no problem there. You'd never know we've been here. Chat with some of our ladies, our earlier finishers from Imperial College. Now, just to give them a little shout out, Imperial College are organising the Hyde Park Relays. It's the biggest university or college organised event anywhere, and apparently one of the best relay events as well. It's a women's and men's team-based relay, obviously. Women are doing 4x5k, and the men are doing 6x5k, and it's on the 3rd of March. And of course it's being run in Hyde Park, so a little bit further into London, cracking spot to run, and big respect to you guys at Imperial College for putting it on in the first place. It's no mean feat organising a race of that science, and it's run in partnership with UNICEF as well, so raising money for a good cause. They've got trip timing, it's inclusive of post-race food and after party at the Imperial's H Club, where Imperial are picking up the whole tab for all of you, and that last bit as you made up. Good luck, ladies. Hope it goes really well. Have a great day. The entries are on Facebook at the Imperial Facebook page. Yeah? Lovely. So just in my little phone swap shop I'm running over here, a little reminder to say one phone that has gone missing and hasn't yet been handed in to me is a black iPhone with some mountains on the back of it. If you're in possession of that thinking, oh, I might have that, bring it over here, do the right thing, won't you? We're in the white commentary tent just before the finish line. So there are some, apparently some team results which have gone out online. As soon as I have them on paper, printed out in my possession, I will read out the team results for our men there. We've already had them for the women. So just to remind you, ahead of getting the team result for the men, the team result for the women are the first in 6th place, Sheffield. 5th place, Oxford. 4th place, Edinburgh. 3rd, Birmingham. 2nd, St Mary's, and 1st, Loughborough. I say it again, they are the women's team results. We're waiting for the men's team results, and I'll read them out to you as soon as we get them. But Loughborough taking out the win for our women. Men's team results are being finalised as we speak. As soon as I have them on paper, you'll hear them. start of our final race of the day, our 8K men's race, B race, short race, call it what you like. It's going to be hotly contested, and they're going to be easily the muddiest of the day, no diggity doubt about that. Our A race runners look brown, very brown, and I think our final race of the day is going to be fast and exceedingly muddy as well. A little more slipping going on right now. I have in my hand the team result for the men. I can read it out. The first thing I need to tell you folks is, some of you will know this already, from the looks of it, one of our teams may well have been withdrawn from the overall team result, potentially then from the result as a whole. I'll wait to mention that afterwards. First of all, I'll give you the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams in the men's race. In 5th place, Edinburgh University, led home by Ewan Gillam. These are provisional, I should say, by the way, guys, they're not final, they are provisional. 4th place in the team competition, led home by our winner, Alex Yee. Leeds Beckett. In 3rd place, led home by Jack Miller, the team of Oxford University. In 2nd, bringing home hot competition between those two, of course, led home by Ollie Fox. Cambridge University taking 2nd. That means that our winning men's team at the 2018 BUCS Cross Country Championships is that team again, St Mary's. You'll have noticed there's a name missing in that top 5 potentially. I'll give you a bit of an update on this race, there's no point hiding it. As far as I'm aware, the team that will left right has been withdrawn from the result. Because entries may have been given to the something to do with that. If I can get an official statement on that, I will. So here we go, attention the 5 minutes to start with the some runners from St Mary's, of course.
Where's the cake? Yes, doggy. Can you look?
Come on. Come on.
Come on up. You've got to come
It's the same when I caught one out there. You don't realise 700 have gone that way. Why shouldn't you go that way? Don't ask, just do it.
That's enough, isn't it?
It's more than the women.
Sorry?
Do you think it's more than the women? I don't think it's more. Anybody else? Somebody said the women were 700, but I don't know if it was.
Well, if it was, I would have
Just into the corner deck there.
Well,
Right, I don't need to see these people in. Right.
So that's our men's B race underway, 8,000 metres. I point blank refuse to call it a short race because 8k around here is not short, as they'll tell you. Well, 3 runners well clear there already. I hate to say, looking at the start of that, 1 or 2 runners perhaps slightly overdoing it in the first couple of 100 metres. They're either going to pay for it or they're going to mash the rest of the field. Got some, 571 runners in there, some certainly very quick starters. Wouldn't be the first BUCS race I've seen where there's a bet to see who could be the first one into the first corner. Great to see the full spread of runners in a race like this. Great quality at the front and all the way down to the back. Runners who are going to be pacing it out around those 8,000 metres in what is now quite boggy conditions. Still wouldn't call it properly muddy yet. It's been damp for the last few weeks, but we haven't really built up a deep, sort of ankle deep, sort of, if you're from London, Parliament Hill deep mud. This is more tacky mud. Slippy, grassy, tacky mud. Once again, a great opportunity to say massive thank you to everyone from Brunel who's made this happen. And I'm claiming that as an official stat now because no one's corrected me. 50 years since the British Universities Championships last came to our capital city. And Brunel have done us proud. Let's not wait so long next time, eh? So those overall team positions once again for the men, the top 5, Edinburgh in 5th, Leeds Beckett in fourth, Oxford in third, Cambridge in second, and St Mary's taking out the win again this year. Team missing in there, of course, Loughborough. I'll look to get you an official statement on exactly why that's happened, but it does appear to be the case, certainly provisionally at the very least. And then again for the women, our top 6 women's teams: Sheffield in 6th, Oxford in 5th, Edinburgh in 4th, Birmingham in 3rd, St Mary's in 2nd, and for the 2nd year in a row, Loughborough taking the win in our women's race. Brought the sad news that our winner in the men's race, Alex Yee, has actually been taken off to hospital. Such is the severity of the laceration he has to his foot. So I've spoken to his 3 teammates, checking their overall positions. Our very best, of course, goes to Alex. We do hope he's not too badly injured. He's a particularly talented young man. But he's obviously carried on running after his shoe was split open by the sound of it. I think he was in the lead when that happened. He's a gutsy young man. He's dug in, won, and been carted straight off to hospital. So our very, very best wishes to him. Thankfully, Hillingdon Hospital is literally just 2 minutes down the road. Still time for him to get well for the after party, of course. He just may not be dancing quite as much. So this men's B race has, of course, a full 4K to go before they come across that bridge to start their 2nd lap. As they come across there, I'll give them all a name check as best I can. Just to keep you interested while we're waiting for them to come round after their first lap, just give you a bit of a breakdown of how those winning teams placed. Our winning men's team, St Mary's, their highest overall finisher was third, Emil Keres. Then in 10th place they had Paolo Surafel. In 12th place they had one of the pre-race favourites really, Ellis Cross, current national junior champion. And then in 4th place they had Liam Burden, who was 13th overall. And our winning women's team of Loughborough were made up of a 10th place finisher Amy Griffiths, 9th place finisher Joanne Hickman-Dunn, and then Jessica Judd, who was 5th. So good packing by the Loughborough team there in the women. I'm not entirely sure how their men's team would have done overall. I think they would have been very high up. So eyes trained on the bottom corner, and that bridge crossing after 4 kilometres as they head out onto their second lap. I'll give them a name check as they come through. .572 runners streaming round our West London course here in Hillingdon. There we go, we're through. And that looks to me like Luke Pryor, I think, leading through there, if I'm not mistaken. Freddie Carcass, George Gouge, 3 Loughborough runners right up there. Freddie Carcass, George, James Gouge, I do apologise. Alistair Kinlock as well from Loughborough. Tom Dodd, Birmingham, Matthew Dixon, Joseph Arthur, Elliot Dorey, Luke Cotter, Noah Hurton, Tom Butler, James Coxon, Dominic Nolan, Ewan Davidson, Ollie Dickinson, Jack Willis, Sam Costley, Chris Law, Sam Johnson, Eddie Narbitt, Josh Carr, Tom Hugg, Cameron Young, Sean Smith, Alistair Masson, Tim Morgan, Lloyd Kempson of Oxford, Paul Ask, Rian Macaulay, Peter Cameron. I'll stop reading out names now because they're absolutely streaming through. One clear leader there though. Don't forget, some of these runners taking part in the men's B race have been here since about half 10 this morning, trying to stay warm, itching to get racing while they watch the other races. And now they're unleashed. And a large number of them now only have 4,000 metres to go, 4 kilometres of course. And they're out there on their second lap as we speak. Streaming across the bridge at the bottom right hand corner here, very, very slippy down there. Guys, I hope you're enjoying the tunes from Ainsley Lazar. He is your DJ for the whole of today's event, mixing live behind me as we speak, saving you from my normal playlist. And don't forget, of course, he is the man on the decks. It's tonight's after party. Get your tickets from the Athletic Union tent over there, the Brunel one. Make sure your captain has picked up the wristbands. It's going to be messy, but trust me, it won't be any messier than this. Around about 7 minutes till we crown our victor of the B men's race, I suspect, judging by the time they took for the first 4,000 metres. Don't forget to get your shout-outs in to me, particularly if it's for someone who's running in this race. I'm more than happy to read them out when they're all in. Get yourselves on Twitter, @JezCox, JEZCOX, and hit me with your shout-outs. We've already had somebody propose and get engaged here today. If you've got something better than that, let me know. Folks, I do my best to keep giving you some updates on the condition of Alex Yee, our men's champion. I do believe he's already arrived at hospital and is having his injuries tended to. Oh, great to catch up with some alumni and friends from Manchester Met. I mentioned I went there earlier. Had a great time there enjoying the BUCS scene, so I'm very envious of all you youngsters enjoying the BUCS scene itself. Make the most of it, guys. You're a long time out of uni. It's a fantastic place to be and a brilliant time to be doing sport. Make the most of it. Carpe diem and seize the day. Tokyo Witch, any minute now, our leading runner is going to come across that bridge and sprint back up here to our finish line to crown the winners of our B race here today. The hotly contested B race and the much awaited B race. Perhaps we can see if the winner of this race doesn't end up in hospital. It might be quite nice. Poor old Alex Yee, having won the last race, carted straight off to hospital. Any second now. There we go, folks. There's our leader. He was leading after one lap. This is Harry Parker, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I may be getting misinformation there on the chip timing. I'll check that for you.
Well clear, wasn't it?
Looks to me like the two Loughborough runners are through. Kieran Riley, Freddie Carcass. That's the St Mary's runner in the lead, isn't it?
Yeah, we are ready.
Again, looking at the finish line, that is Luke from St Mary's. I've missed his surname, I do apologise. St Mary's taking out the individual win there. Two Loughborough runners right behind him, I mentioned already. Luke Pryor taking the win in 26.58 for St Mary's. Loughborough taking out second and third in our men's race. St Mary's back on with fourth. All to be taken between Loughborough and St Mary's. Kieran Riley taking second place. Luke Pryor, Kieran Riley, Freddie Carcass taking third for Loughborough. Dan Jarvis also from Loughborough. Dan Jarvis from St Mary's taking fourth place.
Come on, guys, keep moving through. Keep moving through. Keep moving through, don't stop here. Keep moving through, keep moving through. Keep moving through, don't stop here, keep moving through. Keep moving through. Keep moving through, don't stop here, keep moving through. Keep moving through, keep moving through. Don't stop here, keep moving through. Keep moving through. Moving through. Keep moving through, don't stop here. Keep moving through, don't stop here.
Walter, can you get that shot for me? Come on. Can you get that recording sheet for me? Come on.
Keep moving through, keep moving through. Keep moving through, don't stop here. Keep moving through. Keep moving through, don't stop here. Keep moving through. Keep moving through. Keep moving through, don't stop here. Keep moving through. Keep moving through, don't stop here. Keep moving through. Keep moving through, guys, don't stop here. Keep moving through, don't stop here, keep moving through. Keep moving through, don't stop here, keep moving through. Don't stop here, keep moving through, keep moving through. Keep moving through, guys, don't stop here. Keep moving through. Keep moving through. Keep moving through, don't stop here. Keep moving through. Keep moving through, don't stop here. Keep moving through. Keep moving through. Keep moving through, guys, don't stop here.
Careful, boys. Careful.
Keep moving through. Keep moving through. Keep moving through.
You go. Come on, boys.
Keep moving through, guys. Don't stop here. Keep moving through.
You go, come back.
Keep moving through. Keep moving through. moving through. Very good, boys, come on. Come on, chaps. Yeah, they're good. They're moving through, guys. They're moving through. Keep moving through. Keep moving through, guys. Keep moving through. Well done, don't stop here. Keep moving through. Keep moving through. Let's stop here, keep moving through. Keep moving through, let's stop here. Let's stop there. Keep moving through, don't stop here. Keep moving through, don't stop here. Keep moving through, don't stop here, keep moving through. Keep moving through, don't stop here, keep moving through. Keep moving through. Keep moving through, keep moving through. Keep moving through, don't stop here, keep moving through. Keep moving through, don't stop here. Keep moving through. Keep moving through, don't stop here. On you go, boys. Keep moving through. Keep moving through, don't stop here. Keep moving through. Hold on. Don't stop there. Keep moving through, don't stop here. Keep moving through. Keep moving through, don't stop here. Keep moving through, guys, don't stop here. Keep moving through. Keep moving through. Keep moving through.
So this is those top 3 teams going into this men's team race. Of course, is still finishing all the teams behind it. Third place for Belts got the 54 points. Second place was Mary's Require, taking out the winner course. And Jarvis in fourth. Elliot Crawley was 13th. And Thomas Butler was 14th. Winning team, really tight pack at the front of the race. Loughborough with 18 points. And they had Kieran Riley in second, Freddie Carpus in third, George Booth in fifth, and Alistair Pilla in eighth. That's going to take some beating, isn't it? Excellent running again by the team from Loughborough. And a massive thank you to all the volunteers and marshals already that have been making this happen today. Thank you for giving up your time and contributing to our
through. Alright?
Good luck to the grounds people turning these pitches for football use tomorrow. It's been worth it though. Let me remind you again, folks, it's 50 whole years since the BUCS Cross Country Championship came to our capital city.
Keep moving.
Let's not wait so long next time, because this has been absolutely awesome today. As I said, the weather was set this summer as right away, but we had to work with the weather guys. And we arranged cross country weather. It's turning out absolutely perfect, isn't it? That's what you want. To top off the cross country season, of course, for some runners, this will be it this year. For others, another hard week's training before the taper the national in 3 weeks' time, of course.
Very good.
To each and every one of the runners competing at the national champs, the English national champs, of course, and all the other ones in 3 weeks' time. All the very best to you. And that has been a perfect cooking training race, if you like. Hotly contested as well. You've only got to watch the runners come in for our finish line, even now, to see just how important BUCS sport is to them and their universities. Another big thank you to my DJ, Ainsley Lazar. Don't forget, he's going to be spinning the decks at tonight's after party. Make sure your captain has got your wristband from the Brunel Athletic Union tent over there. I wish I was coming, but I won't be. Probably tucked up in bed by 9 o'clock, but enjoy it. Enjoy your journey back tomorrow. Some of you have come many, many hundreds of miles to be here. Keep supporting BUCS sport. Say it again for the students who are listening, make the most, guys. Those 3 or 4 years, or however long it is that you're at university, are the best days of your lives to be doing sport. Of course, I'll leave our presentation team and the BUCS crew to handle that. But understandably, they want to do the presentations in the dry once everyone's finished. So as soon as this B race is over, prize presentations for all 3 races will be taking place up in the stadium building up there. So you want to start making your way up there when you're ready. Make sure you get your team photos. Definitely make sure you get one big team photo, all your men and women together. And I'm another shout out, by the way, I mentioned at the beginning, I'll say it again, if you're one of the solos who's standing around now going, look at me about myself, I represented my university or college alone, big respect to you. I've been there and done it myself as a cyclist in the past by myself at BUCS events. So if you have done that today, well done. We've still got sprint finishers going on behind me all the time, and each one of these runners sprints out their finishing place. Of course, all the final results, when confirmed and finalised, will be up on the BUCS website. It's the same event page where you'll have entered this race in the first place. I definitely want to give another shout out, and this one is richly deserved, to anyone taking part in any of the races today in trainers. I'm not just talking trail shoes here. There's a young man just walked past me in trainers. Massive respect to you guys if you've made it around the slippery course like that in trainers. I'm thinking specifically of the bridge, the river crossing. And if you're a non-runner and you're watching this, trust me, the thought of running around here in just a bog standard pair of road running trainers, big respect to you guys. Get yourself some spikes. 15 mil, 14 mil, 9 mil, 12 mil, whatever you like. Just get some Sharpies on and you'll soon discover running in the mud is a whole new pleasure. So I did mention the podium presentation will be happening up in the stadium building. They're not. You're wet already, so we're going to keep you out here and do them tout de suite. And they will be just after the finish line. So please don't make your way up to the stadium. I apologise for giving you that misinformation. It wouldn't be the first time. Podium presentations will actually now be happening right by the DB Max finish line there. So stay here if you're expecting to be on a podium presentation. That includes teams overall as well as individuals for all three of the races so far. So you're back to my playlist. A big thank you to Ainsley Lazar, who's been our DJ for the last 3 races. Thank you, Ainsley. As I say, he's off to get a bit of nosh and try and get his hands warm again. So far, keeping his hands warm on his decks there, and his laptop, of course. Ainsley's going to be back spinning his tunes for tonight's after party. But before that, of course, we've got our podium presentations to do. Do not go back up to the stadium building for the presentations. They're going to be happening right down here. So our podium is going to be constructed just beyond our finish line. And I'll be calling out the top 3 overalls, the team positions overall, and we'll be presenting our prizes and taking photos under the DB Max inflatable finish line banner there. It can only be cross-country when you see people changing in black bin liners. Lovely. At least people are protecting their modesty. I've been at way too many cross-country races where I've seen things I don't want to see. Good to see finishers still coming in from our men's B race. Been a long slog out there for those 8,000 metres in the mud. So just as a reminder, podium presentations are taking place very shortly, just by the finish line there. They're going to construct the podium, and I will call out our podium positions, our overall team positions, which of course I've already announced, but we'll get those photos on the finish line as well. So if you know you are in a podium position, team or individual, please don't go anywhere, just stay warm, and we'll be doing them just past the finish line. Well folks, just to say a big thank you to our friends at Mudu who've been supporting the event. Lots of you over by their tent right now. Don't forget to have your photo taken with Eddie Hall, current world's strongest man, and share that on Instagram. Share it at Mudu_health. Thank you. Mudu_health. Share it there, and there's a chance to win all sorts of prizes. Now, talking of prizes, Mudu are actually supporting some of the prizes for our winners today. They're going to be getting free DNA profiling and a consultation one-to-one with one of the Mudu head honchos there. I think who's going to be talking them through the results, if you like, I think, of their DNA profiling, that sort of thing. So it's a golden opportunity. Go and have a chat with the guys from Mudu about what they do, and I should just say a massive thank you to them for their support as well of the race here today by offering prizes. So as I say, don't go anywhere too far if you think you're in a podium position, because they're going to be happening just past the finish line any time now. I'm going to keep saying it until I see someone construct a podium. I say that, I think I may have just seen Luke Pryor walking towards me about to say, "Where's the podium?" It should be on the finish line, Luke. And Luke, of course, our winner of the B race. So he'll be on the line, and everyone else will in just a short moment when they've constructed that podium right there. Looks to me like one of our runners here having more support than anyone else. He's running through a tunnel of people. Look, they can't even keep up with him. He's got his head down for the finish. Look at that, driving for the line. Great support up the finishing straight. Looks to me like University bringing it home. It's always so good to see. Well done, guys. Aberdeen University, claiming of course to be the furthest travelled of all the universities here. I can't confirm that, but it sounds about right. I'm not going to argue with you. 12 hours of travelling. Well, I hope it was worth it. I do hope you've enjoyed the West London weather while you were here. Oh, practically Welsh today. A big thank you should go to all of you and all the spectators for completely ruining the football pitch that we're on. But there you go, football is a lesser sport in comparison to endurance running. No one would argue with me on that front. So our podium presentation locked and loaded, ready to go. Podium is going into place. I'm just waiting for the final bits of paper to be put in my hand. A special mention goes out to our timing partners today, BUCS. Jim and his team have been working exceptionally hard to make sure we get live results up and to get things confirmed. Thank you to them. Thank you for giving me things to talk about, which always helps, saves me talking rubbish, which wouldn't be the first time. So I have final results in my hands. Presentation is just about to take place.
Yeah, I'm going to go down. We'll go down together and bring it all back in one area.
Okay, so just to tee up how we're going to do these presentations while the
Marshal's coming back now anyway.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that all around
first of all,
there.
hopefully we've got somebody